Good morning. Happy Monday to everyone. I do need to update my calendar over here because it is no longer February 3rd. I think we're on February 8th today. I got to get that updated. February 8th. Let's pull in the folks from Amazon. Good morning, everybody out there in Amazon land. I'm going to get my microphone and boom arm set up here. So just bear with me here for a second as I get that set up. Get the microphone or get the boom arm set up. Right here, we got the boom arm up. Now let's take the 5-fine microphone. We're going to remove the base. Whoa! Oh, this is going to be tricky. I didn't think about this. Hold on. I got to remove the boom arm. It's a whole lot easier when you don't have the microphone working and this isn't plugged in, because then you can just twist the microphone. But now I guess I'm going to have to twist the boom arm. And this is going to work. This is probably not the most efficient way to do this. Anyhow, good morning. Welcome to the show. My name is Ryan. There we go. I think that is put on there. Going the wrong direction. Trying to connect that. There we go. There we go. Welcome, everyone, to the show. Thanks for being here. I think I'm going to try to adjust the colors. Ooh, it could be green. It could be blue. We're going to stick with blue for a little bit. Welcome to the show. Good morning, everybody. My name is Ryan Swanstrom, and I talk about a lot about deals for remote workers and products that are on sale and products that I've reviewed and that I like, and whether or not they are on a discount today and which products I would recommend to you. So if you have questions on remote work products, please stop by the show and let me know. Today we're going to continue the review of those 4 printers over there. I'm going to try to print things there to see which ones of those printers still print, because that's the problem with printers. A lot of the time they just don't print for you, and then they become a little bit of a headache. So I set up 4 printers over here, and we're just going to try and see which ones print. Also, I have quite a large interest in men's electric razors, men's electric shavers. So I will be talking about some of the deals on those later today. I do consider myself an expert in the men's electric shaver category, only just because I have a number of them and I've recorded lots of videos comparing them. And honestly, it's one of the things that I never set out to really think that's what I was going to do, but I kind of get a kick out of it now. But anyhow, let's jump right into it. I did just set up the 5-fine microphone, so if you like this, it is in the carousel out on Amazon. And I also it's also the 5-fine heavy duty boom arm. I think they both do pretty well. They work really well together also. And I like the color changing on the microphone. It can be red, light blue, white. Ooh, now we got some color changing going on. That can be kind of fun. But I think it's kind of distracting. So I'm maybe going to get off the color changing. Oh, here you got the breathing design. And there you've got the 2-tone. Another 2-tone. Let's go with that one. Let's stay over here with the white and the blue 2-tone design. All right, let me jump into the question of the day, because I've mentioned this a few times over the last couple of weeks, but I've been trying to work on a website that could show and track some of the deals for the day. I am getting very, very close on that. So if you are interested, Yeah. But one of the questions I had, it was down below. At what percent discount do you consider something a deal? Is it a 5% discount, a 10%, 15%, 20%? Like, what do you think is a good deal? What percent of a discount is that? Because I was trying to make a daily deals webpage there, and I was just curious. I was like, well, how much of a discount should I put on this page? Should it be anything that's a lower price than it was? Because that's not always a deal. I ran into the problem there. There was a couple of items that they were 99.99 and they dropped the price to 99.96. So that's a 3-cent discount. And I thought technically the price is lower, but I don't know that I would really consider that a deal. I think they just changed the price. So anyhow, that is my question of the day. If you happen to have any answers there, feel free to let me know. And as always, jump into the chat and say hello. I'm always interested when people stop by and say hello. So feel free to do that. All right. The first thing up on the agenda for today is we are going to print some stuff. We're going to print. And we're even going to try to print front and back. So let me share out my screen. I will take you through. We're going to try a number of my printers here. We're going to start with the HP Envy 6065E all-in-one printer. I have my document here, and I'm going to see if I can print this double-page document here. I was going to move this. I was going to put page 1 up at the top. Okay, so I'm going to try to print this, and the 6065E printer is right down there, so that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to print that. Let's go to File, Print. We're going to see if this works. And it brought up another screen. I want to choose the Series 6000, and we're going to choose Print on both sides, flip on the long edge, and I'm going to hit print, and we're going to see what happens here. Print. I'm going to move out of the way. Hopefully we'll see some action coming right down over here. Oh, it's doing something. You see those lights down there? It's working. It's trying something. This is what you want. Here, I can even move my microphone back. Yes, this is what you want. Look at that. It's printing something out. It's printing the front page. It shoots it out a little way, and then it will pull it back in and print on the back. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, it is printing out. Well, we did okay. Page 1, page 2. Actually, no, that's right. I thought maybe the pages were upside down, but they're not. So there you have it. The 6065E did the job today. Now, so here's what I would say about that printer. It's got a full flatbed scanner on it. The price on it is pretty good. I had the previous version, the 6055E, and my problem with that one is it kept losing connection to the internet. And so when I would go to print with it, it didn't work. And that's why I'm testing this, because I'm hoping the 6065E has fixed some of those issues. All right. So let's move ourselves back on. Let me bring up another screen real quick. Not for you to see, but for me to track, because I want to know what's going on here. I was going to type out my question of the day to both Amazon and Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube, LinkedIn. All right. So there we go. Now I'm going to go try this. Which printer should I do next? Let's try, since it's in the order in my carousel, let's do the HP OfficeJet 8135E printer. So we'll come up here and we'll change this to 8135E printer. And that's the one up here on the top. I'm excited about that one. I think that's going to be a real good printer for me. It's setting up on the top there, the 8135E printer. What else can I say about that? Hold on. Somebody's knocking on my door. Hold on. I will come to the door here. I'll be right back. Hang with me, folks. All right, I am back. Sorry about that. Sometimes you just got to take care of things at home. One of my kids needed my help with something, so we took care of that. But I was going to jump into the 8135E printer, which is up there on the shelf. It does have a full flatbed scanner on it. It does have a paper feed on the top. You can copy, print, scan. It even has fax capabilities. You can run a fax line, a telephone line into the back of the printer. So that's pretty cool. I don't really have much of a need for a fax, but you can do that with it. A number of the other computer or printers, if the ones from HP, if you use the HP Smart app on your phone, you can send a fax occasionally. If you ever need to send a fax, you can scan something in from the flatbed scanner on your printer and then use the HP Smart software and send a fax with it. But there's one on the top, the 8035E, you can actually plug a phone line into it and you can send and receive faxes that way. So that's the 8135E. I believe we're going to have no troubles with this one. So let me go hit the printer button here. File, print. And instead of the 6000, let's go to the 8135, the 8130 series. We're going to try to print on both sides, flip on the long edge. Then I'm going to say print. I'm going to move over just a little bit. I'm going to say print. And hopefully we will see some action right over here. I think that screen will turn on. It did. So things are looking good now. It appears to be making a little bit of noise. So I think something's going to come out of that printer up there, the 8135E. So far, both of the printers are doing very well. I'm happy with that. It's printing out the front half of that sheet, and it's going to pull that back in, and then it's going to print off the second half of that sheet. So far, I think both these printers are passing the test. The 8135E printer, front and back, and the 6065E printer. We're having pretty good luck on the printers today. Let's just keep ourselves moving along. Let's go to the Brother. So the Brother printer, this is the tricky one. Here, so I can come stand back here. This is the Brother printer right there. It's not an inkjet. It's a laser jet printer. So it only prints black. And for a lot of people, that's maybe enough. You can save money by going with a black printer because you only have to buy one color of ink. And because it is a laser printer, you get a lot more sheets with each new cartridge that you buy. So this is the one from Brother. And this is my first time having a laser jet printer. So I'm going to try this. And the trick with this one is it prints double-sided, but the challenge is you have to take the paper, you have to reload the paper in, and that can be kind of difficult. So here's what we're going to try to do. I'm just going to try to print one page here. You know what? We're going to mix this up. We're going to try to print a 4-page document and see what happens here. This is going to be kind of fun. Hold on, I'm going to set this up so that it works correctly. There we go. I don't know if I set that up quite right. But I've got 3 pages, 4 pages. So I'm going to try to print these, and I'm going to try to print them front and back, and we're going to see how this works. But this is not the HP 8135E. This is the Brother. Dano is here. Good morning, Dano. Thanks for stopping by. We're going to try this. The Brother. What is this? HL 2405W, I believe is what this one is called. Yes. So I'm going to go up here, Dano. We're going to try to print this. We're going to see if I can print both sides, print on both sides, flip on the long edge. All right. We're going to try this. Here we go. We're going to hit print. It should print out 2 pages. Then I have to take those pages, flip them over, and send them back through the printer. And we're going to see how well I do at that. So it prints out. I did not pick the right printer. I printed this to the wrong printer. I'm sorry, folks. Here we go. I printed it to the 8135E, which is up here. But the 8135E printed page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4. But I'm going to throw that one away because that didn't even have the right printer name on it. So let's try the Brother again. Let's go hit print. Hopefully we'll see some activity right down here on this printer. Oh, it sounds like it's warming up. It sounds like it's doing something. So there's the laser printer. The laser printer is really fast. Once it gets warmed up and you use it, it prints those sheets out really fast. But now I need to go over there. I think I messed this up again. I forgot to print double-sided. See, this is what happens when you try to do things live. Oh, so I got to focus here. Print. Manually print on both sides for the 2405. Third time's a charm on this one. Let's print there. Dano, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Sorry, I'm struggling to print things here. And Dano, I'll get back to your question of the day in just a second. So it printed out 1 sheet, 2 sheets. Now I get a notification on my other screen that says flip the paper over. So I take these out of the printer. I have to pull out the printer paper, put them back in. And then I come back over to my printer and I say continue. I don't know how this is going to work. We're going to see if it actually prints on the other side of the paper. I don't know, because we tried this last week to print double-sided on these manual printers, and it almost always seems like it's more of a challenge than maybe what it's worth. So let me go check. It worked, but they kind of came out in a funky order. It came out page 2, page 1, page 4, page 3. So it printed them on the right sides of the paper. But if you were printing like 50 sheets of paper, you'd have to then reorder them all and flip them around. But it worked. Well, so kind of a success there. Kind of a success is what I would say. Anyhow, this is what I would also recommend this. I think if you have the Brother laser printer, double-sided printing, maybe just you can do it. I don't know that I'd recommend doing it all that often. All right. So Dano is out here with a question. Dano said, depending on what it is, 30% off something that is $1,000 is $300 off, which is really good. 30% off something that's $10 is $3 off. So not as great a deal or a great a feel of saving. Yes. So originally, I brought this up, Dano, because I've mentioned that I'm trying to build together and put up a website that tracks prices of items and, can kind of be helpful for my live morning show. And so that's one of the things I've been working on a little bit. And I'm making a deals page, and it's going to show things that are on sale or on a daily deal. And I just wasn't sure if there's a magical price point for when somebody considers something a deal. I think I'm just going to go with anything above 10% and just show that on the page. And if someone's interested, they can scroll through to find the things that maybe they're interested in. But that was, you were the second person that brought up the concept that it's not strictly percent off, because 10% off of something that's $500 may be enough to persuade you to buy it. It's difference in price. So I'm trying some things out there and just trying to get people's input on that. I have one more printer to try to print here, the 7255E printer. And this one is my favorite of all the printers because I think it just seems to work. 70 HP 7255E printer. And I'm just going to go hit print. And we will print on both. Nope, I got to get the 7255E. And then I will say print on both sides, flip on the long edge, and I hit the print. It is this one right here. You'll notice the screen will probably turn on. Yes, it does. But this is my favorite printer. I've just been running it for a couple of years. It just seems to always work for me. So that's why I like it. It does have a full flatbed scanner. It does print double-sided front and back. It also, you can copy things on it as well. It's just all around. It's a real nice printer. It maybe is kind of expensive on the ink front. I do have to buy a lot of ink for it, and it is kind of spendy, but yeah. Oh, we're still getting the second page printed out here. And when it is done, you have page 1, 2, 3, 4. So the HP 7255E printer did well. So all of my printers did well today. Good job for the printers. Yes. Good work there. Okay, I'm going to stop my screen sharing and bring myself back to the show here. I'm really liking my boom arm. My boom arm and the microphone here. I'm a big fan of that. I do have another microphone from JLab, the JLab Go Talk, that I'm going to be trying sometime in the next couple of days. So that one will be kind of fun to try out. I'll be hopefully making some videos or something on that. But there was my take on printers today. If faxing is really important to you, the 8135 is probably the printer to go with. If you are just looking for a fantastic home printer, I do recommend the 7255E printer. It is on sale today at $149. I think it's a fantastic printer. It's my top choice just for regular homes. If you're okay with laser printing, and that meaning, or if you're okay with just black and white printing, the Brother printer down there, I hear great things about Brother printers, and so far I don't have any complaints on it. Other than printing double-sided is kind of tricky, but I know everybody doesn't always print double-sided. So yeah. So if you can get away with black and white printing, I think you can save some money going with a laser printer, and that Brother one does pretty well. The 6065E, it's not even available on Amazon right now. I think they ran out of stock or something, so I can't even really recommend that one today. But I do think, like, if you really want to go budget friendly, the 6065E of the ones I presented here is probably the way to go. I don't necessarily recommend going with the 6055E. I previously had that printer, and I thought it just created a lot of frustration at my house. Dano said, I get it. It just depends on if you're looking for a specific product. If you're looking at multiple different kinds of, like, printers, for example, one that is on sale is more motivating than one that is not. If they are similar prices, but quality is important as well. Quality product that is also on sale makes me more interested in. All of that makes sense, and I think that's why I'm trying to build a website that can track all these things, because I really only want to put items in there that are products that I would talk about and I would recommend, and that I have made some type of content about them, or at least know something about them. So when you go look at my page and you can see all the products there, you know that all of those products are ones that Ryan likes, and it'll just show you the ones that are on sale. So that's what I'm working on. It's going to be kind of fun. I maybe need a different name for it, but yeah. Right now it's cratervertex.com, and you can go out there and see it if you want to. All right. But I am continuing through the products. The Ring camera. Still a big fan of the Ring, all new Ring Battery Doorbell Pro. I set this up a couple weeks ago at my house. It does do pretty well. Cool thing with the Ring cameras, I could bring them up on my phone or on my television if I wanted to. So here, we can check what's going on outside. Except my television remote doesn't seem to want to work. So let me swap out the batteries for a second. There we go. And now I can say, show front door. And it should bring the front door up on my television. And now that it did. So it brings up the camera on the front door. That's the front of my house. You can see it. I have a little chair sitting on my front porch, but that's how it works. It's kind of cool. I could have a conversation with somebody who's out there as well. It's been pretty cool. All right, hold on. I gotta try to get that off the screen. And then let's go back down to the fishy tank again. Yeah. So the Ring Battery Doorbell Pro, I'm a big fan. It also pairs pretty well with my Ring Spotlight Cam Pro, which sits above my garage, because when one goes off, it can trigger the other one to start recording as well. So that makes things kind of nice. All right. And now we're going to get into the deals section of the show. So this actually, the next bunch of items comes from my tracking of prices and just kind of automatically knowing what goes on sale of things I talk about. The Anchor Space Q45s. Right here. These are fantastic. The sound quality in the Q45s is amazing. Of all the headphones that I have, these have the nicest audio quality for listening to music. They do have a microphone on them. I've done a couple of calls while I've been out for a walk wearing them. But the audio quality is great. The negative downfall, I will say, with the Q45s is if you're going to be wearing the headset for multiple hours at a time, there's not much padding on the top. It's pretty light on the padding, and they do get on the top of your head. They do get a little uncomfortable if you wear them too long. So that's my negative with the Q45s for 1 hour short spurts, or even if you wanted to go to the gym for a time. Great choice. And sound is great. I actually don't know. Are they waterproof? I've never taken them to the gym. So I maybe shouldn't recommend you wear them to the gym. I have other choices if you want to wear something to the gym. Anyhow, so I don't know if I would recommend wearing these to the gym. They don't say they're sweat-proof or waterproof. But all around, it's a fantastic headset. Next item up on the list, the JLab JBuds ergonomic vertical mouse. I gotta find this one. I think I've got it here somewhere. Nope. I got the JLab JBuds Epic Cam box, which is also on sale in a minute. Trying to find this vertical mouse. Well, I thought I had it. I don't know where it is. So I guess I can't see that. Dano says, have you seen the Tozo over-the-ear headphones? Those are pretty nice. Also, the Soundcore ones are good as well. I haven't seen the Tozo over-the-ear headphones. I have had, well, my daughter has had a couple of pair of the Tozo's earbuds, and she's been quite happy with them. So I have no complaints about those. I just myself have not tested them too much. Anyhow, I feel bad that I can't find the JLab JBuds ergonomic vertical mouse, but you know, sometimes you just can't find things in the office. The Logitech MK270. If you're looking for a budget-friendly keyboard and mouse combo, the MK270 is a great choice. And today it's on sale $22.99, so it's 18% off, something like that, which is a real good price on this one. But it's a full-size keyboard. It's got the M185 mouse in it. It has the USB dongle that you can plug right in and connect your keyboard and mouse. So if you just want a keyboard, nothing fancy, just a nice keyboard that's going to work, the MK270 from Logitech is a great choice. And it is wireless as well with that little dongle that comes in. It plugs into the USB port on your computer and it just works. Dano says, I have the earbuds by Tozo and I like them also. Yeah, there's so many options for earbuds and headphones and all of that. Yeah, they're just great choices. I have a couple of things in my office from JLabs as far as earbuds and stuff. Because the fine folks at JLab have been pretty nice to me lately, and they've been sending me a bunch of things to test out and talk about. Oh, the Anker 521 portable power station. I know this one's not in my office, but that's because it get used all the time at my house, even though we are inside the house. It's just a portable power station. Dano said, is that a good keyboard? Is it noisy when you type on it? Well, let me just go get the keyboard, Dano, and I will pull the keyboard out and type on it so that you can hear it. I think for a budget-friendly keyboard, yes, it is fantastic. It is not going to give you the same feel at all that the much more expensive Logitech keyboards are going to give you. I actually have a variety of Logitech keyboards that I need to look into. All right, so here. So that is the Logitech MK270. Here is, I'm going to turn this off. Here's my clicky keyboard. This one's designed to have a click to it. So it's designed to be a little bit noisier. Just hold on a second. I got to turn a light on so I can see what I'm looking at here. That's tactile. I was going to try to find a linear switches one. Here's my Logitech MX Mini. That one's very, very quiet. But again, this one's usually $99, sometimes on sale for $89 or $79. So it's quite a bit more expensive. I think I have one other one. I wanted to get a linear keyboard for you. Oh, I don't even have it here. That's okay. You maybe don't care, but It's not really noisy, but it's got a little bit of a click to it. Dano says, I have a wired one at home, and this looks like a good option for a wireless one. I need the 10 key for my keyboard. You like this over here? Yeah, see, I don't like it. Everybody's got a little bit of different preference on that, but I really don't, because I would prefer to save the space on my desk and not have the 10 key keypad there. But some people use them a lot. And if you're one of those people, go with that option of the keyboard. All right, I'm going to put that back in the box. I don't know. Could you even hear the difference in the keyboards when I clicked on them? Dano says, I do like that. As an accountant, I'm dealing with numbers a lot. Yes. So if part of your job needs the number pad, you need that keyboard. As a software developer and a live streamer, I don't use the number pad all that ton. Dano says, I could hear the difference. Well, that's good. So 10 key is essential. Also, like one of the switches on the top right corner. I am not sure what you're saying. Also, like the one of switch on the top right corner of it. I don't know what is there a switch up there or shift key or something? I don't know. Oh, the on off. Is there an on off switch? Yeah. Oh man. Losing stuff here. Losing stuff. Yes. There's an on-off button right there so that you can turn it on and off. It does also have, there's a number of other hotkey options available in there. It's got all the keys you'd want, I guess. It doesn't have any lights behind it, so that's maybe a negative. It runs off of, the mouse runs off of one AA battery. The keyboard runs off of 2 AAA batteries. So they don't have a battery built into them. All right. Hopefully we got all the answers there. Everything we could ever want or need. Next thing up, if you need a power strip or more outlets in one of your kids' bedrooms, this Power UI little power strip outlet extender takes you from your 2 regular outlets in the wall. It gives you 6 outlets, and then it gives you 2 USB ports. But in addition to that, there's a night light built into it. I've had this running up in my daughter's room for a couple of years now, and I like it. It just nicely becomes a night light. It also has a light sensor on top, so the night light only turns on at night. I'm just a big fan of the Power UI outlet. So if you need one of those, it's on sale today for $12.98. So for $12.98, you get a night light plus a surge protector plus a bunch of outlets. Great deal there. The JLab Epic Cam web camera. Here, let me see if I can switch over to this. Maybe. Trying here. I maybe should have tried this before the show started. But let's see. There we have it. So that is the JLab Epic Cam that we are talking about right here. Let me turn that just a little bit. Oh, Mr. Marco is stopping by. Mr. Marco says, hello, hello, all the good beauty people. That would be us here. The beauty influencers on Amazon. Me. Anyhow, thank you, Mr. Marco. How are you doing, Marco? Marco and I used to host a show for a really long time together. The Whole Mason Show. For like 2.5 years. Man, that was some good times. And I have a question for Marco, since he's still here. Marco, I'm almost positive both of us used to have the Logitech MK270 web cameras. Not the MK270, the Logitech C920 web cameras. It's on sale today. And I read somewhere, or maybe I saw this out on Amazon, I think it's still the best selling web camera out there. The C920. Yeah. Marco says, hello, it's all good here, getting ready for my Amazon Live. So if you do your Amazon Live, Marco, put the Logitech C920 into your carousel of products. I can't find mine. I think I still have one, but I can't find it, or I would have hooked it up so that I could demo it today. It's got to be back in one of my closets somewhere. I can't remember if mine quit working and I got rid of it, or if one of my kids took it and it's made its way somewhere else in the house, but I just couldn't find mine. Marco says, I do have one too. First web camera I used to do my live stream. Yeah. And I think mine was the first one I used for live streaming as well. It's one of those first cameras. Most creators that have been doing creation or video content for more than about 5 years have had one, because 5 years ago, it was kind of the starting point for everybody. Now there's a lot of other options in that zone, but the C920 was like the first one there that people really used a lot. Still works. Anyhow, so those of you who are here, when my show's done, go over and visit with Mr. Marco on his live show. He will talk to you and say hi and entertain you. 8 years ago, in my case, at least. Yeah, when did I get mine? Oh, probably 2017, somewhere around there, maybe 2018. I don't know when I got mine, but yes, I've had one, which 2017 would be like 7 years ago now. See, Marco, we're old in this live streaming world. It's 2024. Yeah. 8 years ago, it gets us to 2016. Yeah, that was a little bit before I was doing any of those things. All right. So the Logitech C920X is still on a good deal. I see, if Marco and I were still doing a show together, I think I'd have a conversation on this, because I don't know, for $63.39, I don't know if I would recommend that camera anymore in the budget friendly zone. I don't know. I'd have to put it up against some other cameras. I think there's some newer features in some of the cameras that might make them just a little bit better, but it's still a solid camera. You can't go wrong with that choice. All right. It's now on to shaver time. And then I'm going to wrap up the show. So hopefully we're done by 10 a.m. Central Time. here today. Anyhow, Marco, good luck with your show later today. I'm going to jump into the Braun Series 7 7171 CC here. And I have the newer Braun, the 7185, the 7171. It comes with the shaver, the cleaning station, and the precision trimmer. I'm trying to see if it comes with what combs it comes with. All right, it doesn't come with any of the combs, but mine has all these accessories in it. So I have the 7185, which is the same thing with just a couple more accessories. Big deal about the new Series 7, the 7100 series. Here, I'm going to switch my camera back to the Logitech MX Brio. There we go. See, I need to shave. You can maybe tell I need to shave today, and hopefully later today I will make some videos on that. But the new interesting thing about the 7100 series shavers is they have a turbo button on the front. That's on gentle mode. That is on normal mode. Press this button again. Now you're on turbo mode. Press it again. You go to gentle mode and normal mode. What that does is it changes the speeds of the cutting actions per minute on the shaver. Typically, the previous version of the 7 or Braun Series 7 only did 24,000 cutting actions per minute. Now the turbo mode takes you up to 25,500 cutting actions per minute. I have not been able to find from Braun on their website or anywhere on Amazon how many cutting actions per minute the gentle and the normal mode do on the new shavers, but I do know the turbo mode takes you up about 1,500 more cutting actions per minute. But this one comes with you get this, you get the cleaning, or you get the pouch right here to store that inside there. You get the cleaning station, and you get the beard, the precision trimmer attachment. And here I'll show you how this attaches on there. You pop off the top right there, and you can put the trimmer attachment on either that direction, or if you don't like it that way, you can put it on that direction. So however you prefer to shave here or behind your neck. I need to use this to trim up my neck. I'm going to try that later today. So that's going to be kind of fun. I'm going to try that. I think it'll allow me to get a pretty good line. I don't know that I'm really growing a beard, but I haven't shaved for, 5 or 6 days now. And see, this is all you can see after 5 or 6 days. So I don't have a real big, facial hair. But I thought since I've gone this long, maybe I should try out some of the beard trimmer attachments on a few of my different shavers. So that's the Braun 7171. And it does include, the travel pouch. Yes. So there is one version, 7171. The Braun Series 5, the 5049S. Gotta go look out at that one. That's the previous version of the Series 5. And I have a set of that as well. Let me go see if I can find that. Dano, any other thoughts on your Panasonic Arc 5? So the Braun Series 5, the 5049. I do really like the Braun at Series 5 as well, especially in the under $100 category. $69.99 is the price on that. Sounds like that. It's got 3 cutting surfaces on the top. Woo. Looks like that. It does not have a turbo mode button. If you want the turbo mode, you got to go to the Braun 5100 series or the 7100 series to get that turbo mode. But $69.99, great price on this. I think you get, I should look into this, what you get with this package. You get the shaver, the precision trimmer, a couple of combs for the top of that precision trimmer, and a charging stand for it. So that's the 5049. Then the Braun Series 9 Pro in black. $294.99. Yeah. Dano says I used it once since we talked. I clicked a button. I lost my way here. It works well. I think I will keep it for vacation and quick shaves at home. Probably will still shave with the blade if I want a closer shave. That makes sense then. Yeah, the electric shavers are a whole lot easier to travel with. And especially if you're not going to be gone a real long time, just charge them up before you leave, and you don't even need to bring the charging cord with you. But the Braun Series 9 Pro, somewhere it is up on the shelf up there. I haven't taken that one out of the box in a while, but that's the black Series 9 Pro. I have the silver and the black Series 9 Pro. Here's what the Series 9 Pro looks like right here. Here's the silver one. The one on sale today is the black version, but it's the same shaver. It's got your cutting surfaces on the top right there. All around, this shaver, fantastic. The Series 9 Pro is a great one. And one other shaver to highlight, the Braun 7020S. So if you don't want to go with the turbo mode, the previous version of the Series 7, the 7020 series versus the 71 series. The 71 series, 7100s, has the turbo mode and the gentle mode. The 7000 series does not have that turbo mode. It does have, it sounds like this. It's got a button right down here that I don't know what it's for. I don't know what the button's for. Maybe press that or something when you change your shaver blades on top of it. I don't know. I've never figured out what that button is for, but it has a button and it does something. So there's some pretty good deals on the Braun shavers today. But I do think that's probably about where I'm going to wrap up the show. We haven't seen Joanna in a while. I don't know where she's been. Maybe I'll leave some messages out on Facebook or on YouTube. See what she's been up to. Anyhow, thanks for tuning in, everybody. And again, I'm using the Fifine boom arm right here and the Fifine microphone to do the show. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. I am going to call that a show for today. So thanks for being here. I'll be live again on Wednesday morning to talk more about some of this stuff. But thanks for being here, everybody. I'm going to sign out. So goodbye for now. Goodbye, Amazon. Trying to hit the end stream button. Still here on LinkedIn, and Dano says got to run. Have a good day. And we're still here on LinkedIn and YouTube. So goodbye as well, YouTube. Thanks for being here. I'm out.